Their food was pieces of snakes, roasted rats and red ants mashed with salt. When this meal was over, they would devour the tablets in one go and guzzle down the bottle of liquid medicine. Treating them was a frightening ordeal. Now the situation has improved. Not a single Madia tribal from the 1,000 villages around Hemalkasa remains untreated. This work continues ceaselessly during the nights and days at the dispensary or in the courtyard or even on the steps of a house. The afternoon passes. The queue at the OPD is not yet over. And these are the annals of pain. Patients from remote villages stay in these premises. They cook their own food. They work here as well. The hospital that began in a small hut with improvised bamboo furniture today has a small operation theatre. Adequate surgical equipment is available. The main pillar of Lok Biradari is the Maharogi Sewa Samiti at Varora. Foreign organizations like Swiss Aid or Oxfam came into this jungle with their generous help, the reason why all this has been possible. Nevertheless, the number of patients is increasing and along with it the number of difficulties.
Cancer है, hard swelling liver का cancer है.
But the increasing cost, no doubt, is an alarming situation. Yet the list of difficulties has never overshadowed the enthusiasm here. The innocent smile of a safely delivered child after all the difficulties of labor, that perhaps is the greatest reward for the doctor. This tiny bundle of vivacity has sprung from this soil. Soon it would begin to move on its own. Its mother would then send it here to Prakash Bhav, to this school of the Lok Biradari. These children have come from villages located at a distance of 4 days' walk through hills and valleys. Would you believe their parents have brought them here at a very tender age in this residential school of the Lok Biradari? Madia Gonds were the most undeveloped of the tribals. Formal education was unnecessary and purposeless in their way of life. The jungle felling contractors trespassed into their lives. Forest guards and record keepers began to terrorize and loot them. The government robbed them of their freedom in the jungle and imposed upon them a kind of tyranny. Workers of Lok Biradari saw all this exploitation as they began to move wider and wider into the villages. The so-called developed civilization offered them a kilogram of salt in exchange for a kilogram of vegetable gum, a much costlier commodity. Tried to lure their young girls by means of trivial gifts. If Madias were to face this new urban civilization, their children must learn. The resolve was made. Lok Biradari opened a school in 1976. The first class was held under a tree. Confinement to a room was boring for these free birds of the jungle. They used to run away.
तर मग आम्ही त्यांना खूप पटवून सांगितलं की बाबा शिक्षणाचं महत्त्व पटवलं आणि त्यांना
We convinced them of the importance of education. Finally, from about 10 to 12 villages, we could muster the strength of about 25 students. One truant boy who had to be led to school virtually by the year is today known as Dr. Kanna Madavi, the first physician from the society of these tribals.
पहिल्यांदा जेव्हा आलो तेव्हा असं वाटायचं की कोंडल्यासारखं वाटायचं म्हणून एकदा दोनदा तीनदा असं पडून जायचं.
In the beginning, I used to feel like being locked up in the school. I ran away many times. My teacher was one Mr. Dikshit. He used to come to me and take me to school again. Running away was joyous. Going back to school was always painful. But Mr. Dikshit offered me love and developed my interest in studies. Our school was not a four-walled school. We studied under a tree by the riverside. I became a doctor through such a process that comprised love and motivation by all. Prakash Bhau, Vilas Bhau, Fadnis Sir, Tai, and all these people. After Dr. Kanna, this school wrote yet another story of success, that of Dr. Pandurang Pungati. Over the last 25 years, this school has changed the fortunes of Hemalkasa and its surroundings. Several students who have passed out of this school have secured jobs as teachers, forest guards, land record keepers and so on.
मी 1993 मध्ये लोकबिरादर आश्रमशाळा इथे या ठिकाणी.
Since 1993, I have been working as a teacher in this Lok Biradari school. I am proud of my job and the fact that I was educated in this very school.
कोणतेही पाहुणे आले तरी अभिमानाने सांगतो की मी इथेच शिक्षण घेऊन मी इथेच शिक्षक आहो.
I had no idea of education. When I came here, Prakash Bhau taught us under the trees. Today you see all these buildings around. It's because of Prakash Bhau that we have progressed so much. He guided us to be educated. Today I am working here as a teacher. I am grateful to him. We were very happy with these classes held under a tree. Our teachers taught us about the idea of donating labor or shramdan. They taught us about the dignity of labor. No work is inferior. Today you see this school, the students' hostel for our tribal children. All this is due to Prakash Bhau. These are the children of nature. They delight in competing with the wind, in throwing the javelin with all their might. Even on the sports ground, none would be able to defeat them.
हे माझ्या शाळेत शिकणारी आदिवासी मुलं इथे शाळेत येण्यासाठी जे डोंगर दऱ्या पार करून येतात.
These are the tribal children of my school. They cross hills and valleys to reach here. That strenuous activity has toned up their muscles so much that even without the help of modern sports facilities, they have successfully competed with the urban students and won prizes at the state and national level athletic meets. It's all in the muscles.
मिळवण्याचं श्रेय त्यांना त्यांच्या मसल्समध्ये तयार झालेलं असतं.
लक्ष्मी चैतू ओक्सा पिंकी पुसू परसा जुन्नी करपा.
Once upon a time, the Madia girls were shy of even talking to a man from the outside world. Now they are ready to step into the modern world. Children who read the Jungle Book with great accuracy now understand the printed book as well.